Hello, y'all. How are y'all? Me, I'm doing good. I am prepping for a dish that I have never made before. It's like a taco, it's like a casserole, and it is with turkey meat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the turkey meat out in a few minutes. It's the turkey meat. It is with vegetables. So these peppers are going into a two-part dish. It's going into an egg dish, and then it's going into what's the name dish. So I'm making this dish that's like a breakfast like quiche, and it's with eggs. It is with spinach. It's with sausage. So that's what I'm making. So I got some peppers, so I'm cutting them up, and then once I finish cutting them up, then I have an onion that I gotta cut. So I'm gonna take the hamburger meat, soak it in some water, and then I'm going to make the dish. I have some ouzo in there, so I might add some ouzo into the dish. I don't know. But we're gonna see. We're gonna let it do what it do. But I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to say that I'm proud of myself for something I did last night, and I'll tell y'all about it. There was a situation where I have a friend of mine, not gonna name no names because that's not what this is about. It's about me. And me and this individual, we've known each other for a number of years. And what ended up happening was he came by here because I'm going back to North Carolina. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm going back to North Carolina. And so he came by to visit me. Well, he tried something, and I had to stop it. Let me break down why I made the decision to stop it. Because number one, this individual has been telling me he's not ready for a relationship. He's not ready to be with anybody. Now, mind you, it's not the fact that I haven't, people may think, you sat around all these years since you've known this person and waited on him. No, it wasn't that either. I was going through health issues, and while I was going through health issues, I wasn't trying to pursue anything. Plus, God told me to sit still and not really do anything. So that's what I did. So I decided to sit still because I was like, I want to work on my health and wellness, and I want to get better because my health was not good at all. I was in and out the hospital 10, 15 times when I was in my old apartment. And that's because my old apartment had mold. Had to move. So because my apartment had mold, it was making me sick. And I didn't realize that until I went to the hospital. Since I've been over here, I only went to the hospital twice. So that was much, much better. And so that was because I was still going through what I was going through. And that was why. But since I've been in this new apartment, no, I haven't been sick. I haven't had any issues of being really, really sick. But my sleep is still off. But that's another conversation. But anyway, long story short, being that I have finally found my foundation when it comes to my health and wellness, I now have what's called non-negotiables. Okay, I have non-negotiables. So all of these peppers are going in. This is mushrooms and red peppers, and now these orange peppers are going in here. So now I'm going to stir these in here and mix them together. So I have one more. I actually have 2 more red peppers. So what I do is I just take this and I mix this all together to make sure all of this is mixed in. So when I pick this up to use this for whatever dish I choose to use it for, it's mixed in. But no, sometimes I'll put peppers in my salad. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll fry them and then I'll add them onto my salad. Sometimes I'll do that. So now I've got this one as well. So I'm gonna be doing these. Then I got some sausage I gotta cut up because sausage is going into the dish. So I have some chicken sausage that I am cutting up in small pieces, and it's going into a breakfast dish. I had some sausage, but it's past the date. I gotta look at the date. If I got some more sausage, I might use that. But I'm meal prepping actually. But he tried, and I had to stop myself because I realized that if I would have went through with being intimate with this individual, then I would have been in a place where I would have assumed that there was something more to our relationship, and there wasn't. So because of that, I chose not to go there. And I think a lot of women need to understand that before you decide you want to be intimate with somebody, you might want to make sure that there's something coming out of that. A lot of y'all are just having random sex with men, and they do not want to be with you, are not committed. They don't take you out to eat. They don't take you nowhere. You just somebody that's what I would like to call a seat filler. A lot of women are seat fillers. You're filling in space while this man, like when he doesn't have an option or any other woman to sleep with, or if he knows that you're going to be the person that's going to be Captain Save-A-Ho, the person that he can get you to put stuff in his name, in your name, I meant to say, that way he ain't got to pay for it. Because here's the kicker to it all. I've been through all of that. I've been through all of that where I had somebody who did that to me for the car. Luckily, the car never was transferred in my name as far as the title. I thank God that it wasn't. But yeah, that wasn't a good thing to go through, and I don't wish that on nobody. Because I had a hard time trying to get that car out my name. I really did. But I managed to get it out of my name. Thank God for that. But I thank God I didn't, because when I woke up this morning, I felt horrible. Well, I ain't gonna say I felt horrible, but I did feel kind of bad because it was something that should have never happened. Sometimes the higher power, regardless of what your spirituality is, what your religion is, will give you warnings that you shouldn't do something. Or if you made a vow to the higher power that you're not going to do something, and you turn around and do it, his wrath is a lot worse than another human being's could ever be. So if I say I'm not having sex until I'm in a committed relationship or until marriage, I'm sticking to that. If God says this ain't my person, then it's not my person, point blank, period. And that's just it on that. So there's no point of trying to pursue somebody that don't want me. There's no sense of chasing after somebody, because God's love is not even nowhere near that complicated. But why is everybody else making it seem like it's so complicated when it comes to dating them? So I say to myself to say this: I'm glad that I did not go through with it. I'm glad that I stuck to my standards, because it would have been the biggest mistake that I would have made in my life. It would have been. Because he still wouldn't have dated me. The whole time I've been here, we never went anywhere. We never done anything. When he did come over here, it was always about him just coming by. And like I said, when you really are not, when you have emotional intelligence, you learn, you ask yourself, is it worth putting your emotions into it? I remember my mom saying to me, she was like, she was talking to him on the phone, and I asked her, I said, why didn't you ever tell him why we were never good for each other? She said, I shouldn't have to. Nobody should have to speak for you for a person to see that you're a good person. Nobody should just go off what somebody else says. They should go off, get the chance to get to know you. And she was like, I don't think he sees you that way. And basically, essentially, that, I needed to, just keep him as a friend, and that's it. But a lot of men think that even though they don't want you, or even women too, they think that you're supposed to chase them, like you're supposed to go chasing after them. And I'm like, no, if you don't want me, then I'm not going there with you. Why am I going to have sex with somebody I know don't want me? That I am just a, seat filler. I'm not being nobody's seat filler, and I refuse to be that. So I'm glad that I didn't go through with it. I'm glad that I did not end up being intimate with this person, because if I would have done that, that would have been the biggest mistake of my life. So I thank God that I didn't go through with it, and I'm glad I stuck my guns. And I think more women need to stick to their guns. If that person ain't trying to date you, and that person ain't really trying to spend time with you, and that person is not trying to make, if you don't have a connection with that person, if that person treats you more like a sex worker than a woman that they're interested in, don't even do it. Don't even do it. Because see, now that I know what sex entails, I'm not settling. In no way, shape, or fashion. So I hope this story of mine helps millions of other women do the same. Don't do it, because you'll just be a seat filler.